Who is the most pathetic washed-up celebrity? A few years back I saw Carlos Mencia on Celebrity Ghost Stories, and it was funnier than any of the comedy he ever did stole. How does Andy Dick still get work? The man is completely uncontrolled. Steven Seagal. R. Kelly and good riddance. Steven Seagal, and it isn't really close. He's making shitty action movies to launder money for Russian oligarchs. And he's so fat and out of shape that most of his action scenes involve him sitting in a chair and slowly hand-slapping at the bad guys. Drake Bell's entire saga is incredible. Right now, Danny Masterson lol. Mickey Rourke was called out for making up his rough and tumble childhood by members of his own family. Ellen DeGeneres. After being exposed as an asshole, she doesn't get talked about much as of today. Dane Cook. Botched plastic surgery and cringe-worthy TikTok. Hopefully Ezra Miller. OJ. No one will touch him because the last people he touched, he literally murdered. Bam Margera. Tara Reid. Not in a mean way though. She seems like a good person, but she was on the Special Forces show and she voiced her struggles with anorexia and online bullying because of her appearance. Watching her struggle was sad. She tried hard, but she was just physically too weak to continue. Chevy Chase. He's always been an asshole, but since Community he's just lost touch with reality and still hangs on to his heyday from the 70s. Chevy Chase. From his roast to being fired from Community to his most recent comments. Rudy Giuliani is a sad, drunk joke of man. Andy Dick. Stephen Vladimir Putin Seagal. Kevin Spacey, back when House of Cards was popular. I know we shouldn't speak ill of the dead, but Aaron Carter was a pretty sad case. Madonna. She's lost touch with reality. Tammy Lynn Sitch aka Sunny from late 1990s early 2000s pro wrestling. Not as frustratingly pathetic as the rest of this group. More pathetic in the way of a kitten alone in the rain. Wrestling superstar Virgil. No one wants to admit it because of all his Hollywood trauma. But Corey Feldman is as washed up as it can get really. Those videos of him at these shitty little local fair concert venues with him haphazardly dancing like a drunk Michael Jackson impersonator while mumbling off-key into a mic are just sad really. Brett Favre. Danny Masterson made this list yet? Madonna. The bad plastic surgery and boy toys are so beneath her she's making a fool of herself and doesn't even have to be see she's an icon. Kevin Sorbo comes to mind, but there are so many others. Pensatucky from OITNB Grimace flushed. Matthew Perry. He was doing relatively fine being out the limelight living as a Friends legend, then he goes and makes that autobiography where he says why is it that Keanu Reeves is alive and River Phoenix is dead. Plus a bunch of other weird off-color stuff, and now people hate him. Jared Leto. Charlie Sheen. Later in life before she died, Ayn Rand was receiving government benefits. Her worst nightmare. Bam Margera. Nicki Minaj is really desperate lately and it's hard to watch. Andy Dick, homeless drug addict hated by everyone. Ted Nugent and Kid Rock come to mind. O.J. Simpson. It's insane that he even has the audacity to try to maintain some type of online presence. Big Casey Anthony vibes. It's a tie between Kevin Sorbo and Scott Baio. James Woods, Steven Seagal, Randy Quaid. Colin McGregor. I don't understand how he gets hired for things. I'm gonna get so much hate for this, but Ariana Grande. Andy Dick. Kanye West? I dunno, I just always found him pathetic. Lawrence Fox. Corey Feldman is really trying to earn the top spot here with the recent onslaught of videos from his band all over social media. It's just so bad and embarrassing. And he's acting like he's playing to sold-out crowds at an arena, when it's more like the basement of a VFW hall. Alex Jones. Kid Rock. O.J. Simpson. Ellen DeGeneres. After being exposed as an asshole, she doesn't get talked about much as of today. Does Charlie Sheen count? I'm surprised he's not on this list. Maybe he's not on it because the man's so filthy being washed up would be a positive for him, lol. Donald J. Trump. Politics aside, he's just shown himself to be a shitty businessman and a petty show host. Kevin Sorbo. Roseanne Barr. Alec Baldwin, for obvious reasons. Kim Kardashian. James Corden. Randy Quaid comes to mind. He's full on tin-foil hat. Wasn't Madonna posting videos of herself drinking out of a dog bowl? Kid Rock. Kid Rock has been pathetic for over 2 decades. He's what happens when a rat tail haircut becomes sentient. Steven Seagal thinks he's got the career or stardom of his contemporaries like Stallone and Van Damme. That's a tough one. Scott Baio leaps to mind. But there's also Kevin Sorbo. And let's not forget Steven Seagal.